Do you ever feel like God is not listening to you? Like you pray, you cry, you pour your heart out, and it feels like nothing is happening. It feels like nothing is changing, nothing is getting better. You start even wondering, did my prayers even reach heaven? Or worse still, you start thinking, has God forgotten about me? If you ever felt this way, then this video is for you. Hi guys, welcome back to the Primrose channel. I'm Primrose and this is your safe space for healing, self-care and rediscovery. Sometimes it's easy to lose trust in God when your situation doesn't change. It's easy to lose faith when you keep praying for the same thing day after day, night after night, and it seems like nothing is changing, nothing is shifting. We don't talk about this enough in church because sometimes as Christians, we lose faith. We start questioning God. And sometimes prayer feels exhausting. We start to stop trusting God. We start believing that anything is going to change with our situation. We even start thinking, what's the point in even praying anymore? Nothing is changing. But I'm here to tell you this today. Do not stop praying. Do not cease prayer just because you don't see anything changing. Because God has a way of working things out in His own time. Sometimes whilst you're waiting, God is busy shifting things around for your good. God is busy doing the background work that you can see with your own eyes. He's rearranging situations. He's protecting you from things that you don't even see or know about. And sometimes right when you're about to give up, right when you're about to throw in the towel, God shows Himself. It reminds you that He is still God. Last year, I went through one of the hardest seasons of my life. I lost my sister to suicide. And I won't lie to you, that broke me. I questioned God. I remember I cried so much to a point where I didn't even want to pray because I didn't know what to say, right? It's like you've taken this person or you've allowed this situation to happen. So how am I supposed to move on? Or how am I supposed to still trust in you? And I kept on asking God, why would you allow something so painful, so horrible to happen? There were so many sleepless nights, so many tears. But at the end of it all I could do was still cry out to Him. And I didn't get an answer. I still didn't get some sort of understanding in that moment because my prayers were filled with anger. My prayers were filled with rage. I was so confused. As a believer, as a Christian, I was so hurt to why God had decided to give me this heartbreak. But eventually, through prayer, I realized something so powerful. God already knew that my sister was going to die. He already knew that that situation was going to happen, and only Him knows why that situation happened. But don't get it mistaken, it doesn't take away the pain that left me. It doesn't take away the heartbreak that situation left me. But even in that situation, it still reminded me that God is still God. And God has a way of making things that don't make sense eventually make sense. And it reminded me that God sees what we cannot see. I mean, we're all human. We can try so many times to try to make things go our certain ways. Like me, I'm such a planner. I am someone that is like a control freak. I like to know when something is going to happen, what the outcome is, and if that outcome is not what I want it to be, what my next step will be. So sometimes it's hard for me to be patient. It's hard for me to leave things to God and just expect Him to make things work out in my best interest. I always want to have control. And sometimes God allows things to happen that we will never fully understand. And it's important for us to believe in that God will come through for us. And after losing my sister, I realized that God does things according to His will. And He will never abandon us in our darkest moments. He is God who walks with us throughout pain, throughout heartbreak, throughout the most darkest moments of your life. If you're going through something right now that you feel like, I'm at the end of my tether, just keep believing God that he will come through for you, even if it seems so impossible right now. So whatever you're going through right now, whatever burden you're going through right now, trust God. Prayer works, even when it feels silent, even when it feels pointless. Continue to have faith because God is still listening. I have some Bible verses that I was reading during the time that I lost my sister, and I'm just going to share that with you. Mark 11 verse 24, it reads, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." And I think sometimes we pray to a point where we are praying, but we don't believe that God is going to come through. We pray out of fear and not out of faith. And I think we need to learn that when you're praying for something, if you've asked God to come through for you in a certain situation, believe that it's done and close that chapter. Sometimes we continuously go to him and say, God, I want you to open this door. God, I want you to make this thing come through for me. God, I want you to make me get a job. And then you go again tomorrow, you're saying the same thing over and over again. And before you realize it, you're asking him out of fear. You're asking him out of being impatient and not really believing that he's gonna come through for us. And in Mark, it does say that whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you've got it. And if you're going through something right now, or if you're at the moment where you feel like you've reached the end of your tether and you feel like God is not listening, God is listening. God is not done with you. Whatever situation you're in, God has not forgotten you. People might talk, they might laugh. People might say, well, I don't see why she's still praying. I don't see why she's still believing. But just continue believing in God, because he will get you through this situation that you're going through now. If this video has resonated with you, please comment below what you're praying for God to do for you. And just remember, God will come through for you. If you've enjoyed this video, again, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, and I'll definitely see you guys in my next video. Bye.